All right, let's give Sunday's Daily Puzzle on Chess.com a shot. This one's called You Can't Touch This, a little MC Hammer shout out. It's white to move. Give the video pause and try it yourself if you feel like it. All right, so we got a knight guarding this checkmate threat. We got a rook guarding this check. So what can I do about that? All these pieces seem totally worthless. My rook is definitely kind of involved, but it seems like it's probably mostly these pieces. Maybe this bishop does something eventually. This diagonal is pretty open. What could the point of this possibly be? I can't even. Like I don't think this would be good. The rook taking is bad for me. I wouldn't think sacking my queen would do anything. Can I just like attack the knight or something with the rook? If pawn takes, bishop takes. Yeah, I mean, if I can get rid of this knight, I'm like definitely threatening mate here. Like this seems interesting. This is a line that I'm at least slightly interested in. If the pawn takes, then I take with the bishop, and if the king goes to the corner, is there a threat? Is kind of what I'm wondering. I don't really see it if there is. Yeah, so I don't really see how that works. But it does seem like I just want to remove this knight, and I don't really have a piece. I would need my. I want to remove the knight because my knight and my queen have a mate threat here. So I don't want to move my knight or my queen. My bishop, it would take way too many moves to threaten the knight. Yeah, I just like don't see a whole lot. I feel like this is intriguing to me. It seems like a very weird move, but for whatever reason, I'm kind of liking it. Okay, and then it seems like probably the pawn has to take that, I think, because if I get the knight, this is happening. I don't think there's a whole lot anything can do about it. Because all of these pieces are totally frozen. And my queen is just going to come in here and checkmate. There's no other way to protect against this checkmate. So yeah, I kind of feel like it's going to be this. I want to continue exploring this line. I don't know. This seems like a ridiculous move, but I really just don't see anything else. So I think pawn's going to be forced to take, and then what am I doing? I think I have to take with the bishop. That's a check. But then I run out of pieces to threaten this knight, and I don't really feel like I have a checkmate threat. Like even if the rook blocks, I can take, but then the king can just move to the corner, and I don't know how I make something happen from there. Do I go here? I don't know. Is this right? Wow. Okay. So it is right. Cool. Pretty happy with just getting that move, but I don't see the whole line. It feels like I absolutely have to take this, to me. Because I'm no longer threatening the knight. The rook is now open. I must have to give this check. My bishop has to get involved somehow. I mean, it's this. It's not that. Wow. Okay, so is it this? Oh, yeah, I didn't realize I'm threatening mate here. And I'm threatening the queen. Oh, I thought about this for, not long enough. Do I take the queen? No, this is just checkmate. Wait, what? Oh, man, I could have gotten this puzzle right. Why did I needed to think about that for another second. Okay. But I also don't understand a few of the moves. Okay, like the pawn having to take here makes sense to me. But then, why doesn't the rook go here? I don't know. So I'm threatening mate here. I think the only way to protect against it is for the rook to go here. Knight takes d8. Oh, yeah, then you lose the queen and you're losing the rook. Okay, so it's just devastating. And this is the best move. Okay, so I'm just winning the queen, basically. Is that all? Sack a rook and win a pawn. Sack a rook and a piece. Yeah. Oh. And then, why would you not go rook here? You lose the queen, but then you get a piece. See, all you lose is a queen and a pawn for a rook and a piece. So that's 2 points of material. Is there more after that? No, oh, then you're losing another bishop. Okay, so the knight's still doing work. Okay, fair enough. You're winning a lot of material here. All right, let's run it back. Cool. So Sunday, tough puzzle. I actually got the first move, and I was pretty proud of this. I probably should have gotten this puzzle. I don't know why I didn't get it right. But so initially, if you look at the puzzle, you've got some interesting checks. Your your queen is like really threatening checkmate down here. The only thing holding it together for black is the knight. So I was really trying to figure out a way to dislodge this knight, because if the knight ever moves, then this is just checkmate. And I realized that this is sort of interesting. If you bring your rook up here, threatening to take the knight, the pawn's absolutely going to have to take, because if you can manage to take this knight, it's game over. So the pawn takes, and now you've got this pawn pinned to the king, and it just looks interesting. I noticed that you can jump in here and fork the queen and the rook, but I was really thinking checkmate, so I ended up going with this move, but it doesn't really go anywhere. The move in the puzzle is to go here, and the only move that black has to save checkmate is to bring the rook up to protect this square, because you're threatening checkmate with your knight and your queen here. In the puzzle, the rook doesn't even do this. If it does, then you just take the queen, and you're winning a ton of material. But in the puzzle, the knight takes the bishop, and then you just hop right here for checkmate. So a little bit easier line, but this is devastating. This is a devastating move, this knight move, and you were threatening checkmate. It was almost unstoppable. Black would have had to give up a lot of material, and that's the puzzle. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.